G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this Throwback Arsenal career mode. As you see, I'm playing FIFA 15, throwing it back, as FIFA 20 is obviously a bit boring, and in these times at the moment I thought I'd try something a bit different and try to go back to FIFA 15 and build Arsenal up and try not to make the same mistakes and get them to win trophies again and get them back into the Champions League where we belong and not fall as far as we've fallen at the moment. So I'm just going through these teams here as you see the rosters. One thing I would like to mention is that of course the servers actually weren't working at this stage. I thought it was just because it's an old game so they were down at all times now, but turns out they weren't. So I've only got like the start of the game rosters, so the ratings aren't all accurate because I did check the updated rosters, but not much has changed really from Arsenal's point of view. The only one who you'll notice who is quite underrated is Bellerin. He's like 3 or 4 ratings lower than what he ended up being at the end of the season with the roster updates. And I think Sanchez and maybe 1 or 2 others went up a couple points as well, but oh well, that's just going to make this a bit more challenging, which is actually, I guess, a good thing. So I'm looking forward to the challenge, so I'm definitely going to be making transfers left, right and center, so make sure to drop comments down below on who you think I should bring in and sell. These are the settings I'm just going to go with at this stage. I might actually just drop the match difficulty to world class just so I enjoy it a bit more at the moment. I'm going to change it to dollars just because that's what I use down here in Australia. And yeah, hoping to win the Champions League. Who knows, we could win it first season and that'll be it, but highly doubt that. But yeah, let me know who you guys think I should bring in. Definitely going to be early on. I think I'm looking to bring in a world-class striker and a defender or 2, that's for sure. But yeah, as you see there, the league objective is to get back into the Champions League. Obviously FIFA didn't have the rights back then, so it's just called the Champions Cup in this. And as you see there, the assistant manager thinks we should look for a striker, which I thoroughly agree. As you'll see, the strikers we have available in a second. As you see there, it's Welbeck. This is Welbeck's first year since joining the club. He's actually rated 78, which isn't too bad. But there you see Sanchez. I think this was his first year as well. 25 years old, along with Ozil as well, who's also 25. So we have a good nucleus there of Ozil, Sanchez and Cazorla, although Cazorla is like 29, but I think Cazorla is going to be my captain. He's a fan favourite at Arsenal, that's for sure. So I think I'm going to make Cazorla captain. Hopefully that doesn't mean he leaves soon, because obviously, you know, all of Arsenal's captains tend not to last that long and end up going on to leave. And then we've got Ramsey and Wilshere, who are young, good midfielders who look like they're going to become beasts in this. 81 and 82 rated, only at like 22, 23 years old. We've actually got the current manager of Arsenal, Arteta, on the squad, so I'll make sure to keep him around for as long as I can. We've got Rosicki, Debussy, who will probably be our starting right back for now, because I think Bellerin's just too bad in game to really use him. As you see, I think he's only, a 64 there. But yeah, as you see there, we went straight in for Diego Godin. I thought it'd be a good signing. Not too mainstream, but he's a pretty big name. And I think he'd make a good partnership next to Koscielny, a couple of 28-year-old centre-backs. And we get a transfer offer for Per Mertesacker. I wasn't planning on selling him, but if Bayern match that offer, I'll be more than happy to see him go. As you know, Mertesacker isn't known as the greatest FIFA player just due to his lack of pace, but he is rated quite well in this game, and he's only 29, which seems funny because he seems like he's a million years old already. And as you see, someone's come in here for Diaby. I decided just to give him a counter offer. And there you see Bayern actually matched the offer for Mertesacker, and so Mertesacker's going to be on his way to Bayern. Someone comes in here for Ramsey, but I'm not planning on selling Ramsey. 82 overall at 23 years old. He's going to be a crazy good player for us, I believe, in the future. And Atletico Madrid want Godin for 35 mil, so I'm going to pay the 35 mil and get him. And the striker I'm going to look for is Benzema. Kind of, I guess, more of a realistic signing, you'd say, because I think Benzema has been rumoured to join Arsenal in the past, and he's a French connection to Arsene Wenger. So hoping to bring him into the squad to replace Welbeck and Giroud. But here you see our first game is against Man City in the Community Shield, hoping to get our first piece of silverware and bring a trophy to the club already. Be a good start. As you see, Nasri was on the ball there, probably one of Arsenal's most hated players of all time. And James Milner back on Man City. As he plays it through to Boney on their first chance of the game, he whips it across. It falls to Nasri, who skies the shot well over the crossbar there. As we get lucky. Cazorla now to Koscielny. Back to Cazorla, to Sanchez. Cazorla playing it around well. Welbeck to Ozil, back to Welbeck. Welbeck, can he score? Hits the post and it goes out for a goal kick. Great passage of play there and trying to score our first goal of the series there. But it falls to, I think that was Ramsey actually who puts it in, but he's well offside, so that doesn't count. As Man City are on the attack now in the second half. Bellerin gets done there. Quite unlucky though. As Man City look to whip it in. Crosses it. Header. Saved by Szczesny. It comes back and saved by Szczesny again. The keepers in this game are a bit dodgy. And don't seem to be the best as we decide to bring on Giroud now for Welbeck. I think Giroud could be good in this super sub type role, I think. As we're getting close to the end of the game now. We get it to Cazorla, to Giroud. Plays it down to Sanchez. Tries to take his man on with a fake shot. Gets tackled. Wins it back though to Monreal. Plays it back to Sanchez. Turns his man. Shoots. Gets blocked. Falls to Giroud. And he scores. Puts it into the back of the net. And Olivier Giroud scores the first goal in this series. Who would have thought? As we look to replace him. He might make us regret that decision though if he keeps playing like this. As Aguero now trying to level the game at the death. But Szczesny ends up collecting it and just clears it. And that'll be the end of the game. As we win 1-0 and we win our first piece of silverware of the series. Also make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoy. Looking to bring quite a few more episodes. Hoping to make this a consistent series. Make sure to drop comments below on who you think I should bring in. Obviously, there's a lot of players to choose from. Not really too worried about realism, obviously, because this is quite an old game, so we can bring in anyone, really. But yeah, you see Per Mertesacker there's sold. We get 24 mil to add to our budget. And Diaby is also going to be making his way out, as long as he can come to agreement with QPR. Atletico Madrid obviously accept 35 mil for Godin, because that's actually what they ended up asking. I don't know, I think he's valued at 40... What is that, 45, 46 mil, just because I inquired about him first. So I think when you inquire, their value goes up quite a bit for some reason. But yeah, offer him the contract, and Flamini there looking to make a move as well. As we go in for Benzema, we offer up to 53 mil, so 17 mil over his value. And Godin actually rejects the contract just because he feels happy at his current club, so I decided to offer quite a lot more money to try to sway him, which is actually something I like in this FIFA, which you can do. FIFA 20, I'm not really a fan of the negotiations. And as you see, Diaby makes his move as well. As we get now our first Premier League game of the series against Crystal Palace. You see the lineup there. Normally I'm only going to be playing games against the top sides just to get through this career mode a bit quicker, as Crystal Palace have their first opportunity and hit the post. But yeah, normally I'm just going to be simming game against lower sides and just play most of the big teams just to get this series moving and make it more of a quicker career mode. And just so it's not cluttered with too many games. As you see now though, we missed an opportunity there with Walcott as well, and Crystal Palace looking to come forward again. They somehow end up back with the ball there. We get absolutely done there. They play it inside, and Koscielny's taken him down, and the refs, what's he given? He's decided to give him a penalty. Koscielny letting the side down. Didn't seem like there was a lot in it. As a player did go down rather theatrically, as you see there on the replay. Just clips his back leg there, and the guy just falls to the ground. And as you see there, Shamak's actually on Crystal Palace. I think the former Arsenal man taking the penalty, steps up. Is he going to be able to score? He goes the chip and he scores. And puts them up 1-0 heading into the half. Might have to look at a better goalie as well. I know Szczesny is quite decent. Obviously, he goes on to play for Juventus and is doing quite well there. As we get to Ramsey now, he shoots, and it's a great save by the Palace goalkeeper. There's not much happened in the second half, but it comes to our last chance of the game, and Ozil loses it there. As it looks like that's going to be it. Cazorla can't win the header. Not a very tall player. We do win it back there, but too little too late, and Crystal Palace win. As you see there, the extra money persuaded Godin to come join us now, so he's going to be joining Koscielny in that backline partnership. Real Madrid still aren't happy with our offers for Benzema. They really want quite a lot, so I've decided to go 43 mil plus a player now. Deciding which player to give up. Didn't really want to give up anyone, but I obviously thought, well, if we're trying to bring in a striker, I'll give up a striker. And since Welbeck just arrived, I can't sell him, so Giroud unfortunately is going to have to make way. And Flamini gets sold as well. Real Madrid weren't happy with the offer, so I offered one mil more because that's all I could afford. And luckily for us, Real Madrid accept, and we look to bring in Benzema now to join us at the Emirates. We offer him just a little bit more money than what he demanded just to make sure he come to the club, and he's decided to accept, and obviously we will as well. And those are going to be our two transfers at this stage, bringing in Benzema and Godin into the squad as we sim this game against Leicester now. Our side's looking quite good. But yeah, always let me know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to drop player names who you think would be good to join the team, or some youngsters who you think I should sign for the future. Stuff like that. Always appreciate it, any type of feedback. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. But as you see there, we're down 2-1 at the moment. Can we get this back? Definitely wasn't expecting to lose, that's for sure. As we get a late equaliser there with Walcott. So at least we get a draw there, but definitely should be winning against teams like this. As we sim the game against Everton now. Hopefully we can get a win now. But yeah, you see the attack. I think the attack's looking quite good there with Benzema, Sanchez, Walcott, Ozil and Cazorla. Quite a good attack. Probably just need a bit more solid defence, if anything, if you ask me. Our fullbacks aren't looking the best with Debuchy and Gibbs, Monreal, Bellerin. No one really world class there. As we get into our first Champions League game against CSK Mosca. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I'm just going to call them CSK. As we get straight into the second half now, as it was 0-0 going into the half. Benzema plays a great ball through to Ozil, and Ozil scores. Benzema, the former Real Madrid man, to another former Real Madrid man in Ozil. So we've really just stolen from Real Madrid. And Benzema gets to the ball, plays it to Walcott, who plays it to Benzema on the volley. A good save, and Cazorla's there to just tap it in. Thought it might have been offside, but it wasn't, and we win the game 2-0. So Benzema really playing well there for us as we sim this game against Aston Villa now. Any names there that I recognise? Benteke, Delph, I think. I'm assuming that's Delph from Man City, and I think he moved now. I'm trying to think where he moved to, but I can't really remember. As we sim this Capital One Cup game as it's a competition we don't really care about, and we actually end up losing. So we're already knocked out of that competition, which is a bit disappointing, but I was only using my second team. So I'm not too worried about that. Don't think it was really in our objectives by the board anyway. And yeah, that's our squad so far. Let me know what you guys think. I think I'm just going to play Debuchy at this stage because Bellerin's obviously quite bad in the game at the moment. But here you see the squad report, and this is where they show you if your players are going up or down in overall. I don't think there's any training to do. It's just based on form and stuff and just luck, I think. But yeah, I don't really mind it. Seems quite easy to understand. It's got all their stats there as well. And yeah, those are the objectives there to qualify for the Champions League. Shouldn't really be a problem for us, hopefully. Arsenal were known for finishing 4th all the time back in the day. So hopefully we can get top 4 again. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. and thanks for watching. Peace.